Okay, and welcome back, everyone. This is the First Inning Radio Show, and we're on Spotify. You can search us there. Search the First Inning Radio Show, Spotify, and I'm the BX Bomber 2011, and I'm here along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, DX Bomber. We are recording on January 28th, 2020. We are at the end of January, and things are going pretty good here, and getting very close to spring training now.
Yeah, man, it's only a few days away.
It's so good. Yes, yes, it really is. It really is a case of getting very close to that now at this point. You know. And it's looking like it's going to be a very close situation where they'll be reporting. They'll be reporting on February 16th, I believe.
Yeah, they're gonna report on the last day, pretty much. Everybody has to go.
Wow, that'll be fantastic, and definitely looking forward to it. And I guess you and I have decided that we will probably be doing Camden Yards trip, but it'll be more in the middle of the summer than at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, probably, man. Let's see what happens.
Okay, that sounds good. Especially if you're off from your job in July, then you wouldn't have any trouble traveling and that kind of thing, and we could work things out well. So that would be pretty good. But I do have a nice article from Fansided. It is by Manny Gomez, and it is the New York Yankees' Giancarlo Stanton poised for a monster season. Would you like me to go through it?
Yeah, go ahead. Let me hear it.
Okay, when New York Yankees manager Aaron Boone was interviewed on the Yes Network, he predicted that Giancarlo Stanton was going to have a great year. I agree. Here's why, says Manny Gomez. It's a shame to think that in the season in which baseballs were being juiced, arguably the best power hitter in the game wasted away on the injured list. I mean, how many home runs could New York Yankees slugger Giancarlo Stanton have hit during the 2019 Major League Baseball season? Could he have repeated his performance from 2017, a season in which he hit 59 home runs, led to a National League MVP award? Could he have surpassed Roger Maris' 61 home runs as a single-season home run leader for the Yankees? Could he have become the single-season home run king in Major League Baseball, passing Barry Bonds' 73 home runs hit in 2001? We'll never know. However, hopefully baseball doesn't change the baseball backs, drastically impacting players' performance again. Purists would praise this if it were to happen. However, realists will acknowledge that in an age in which fans need instant gratification, the game is much more fun to watch. If MLB chooses to follow the path of the realist, then Yankee fans will be sure to enjoy a magical season on behalf of their designated hitter. Pair that with Aaron Judge's power in baseball to be looking at modern-day M&M boys, and that really is something there. And let's see, we have a little bit else. If we are to believe the Steam projections, which can be found in Fangraphs, Giancarlo Stanton is poised to hit 48 home runs in the 2020 Major League Baseball season. I predict, as a fully biased New York Yankees fan, of course, that he will hit more. At a time where baseballs have undergone some really bad press, year-long suspensions to A.J. Hinch and GM Jeff Luhnow, who were also fired by the Houston Astros, followed by the firing of Boston Red Sox manager Alex Cora, I could think of nothing better to bring the game back into the heart of the minds of the fans. I predict Giancarlo Stanton will be the legitimate single-season home run king. He predicts that he will hit 62 home runs. So that is his prediction for a large breakout season for Giancarlo Stanton with the New York Yankees.
Well, I'm always rooting for Giancarlo Stanton. I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit all those home runs. Not that many. I doubt he's gonna hit 60 home runs, but he'll probably be in the 30, 40 range, I would say.
Yeah, I think he'll be very good. There's no doubt about it. And
I mean, he's gonna hit over 30 home runs. I say close to 30. I say close to 40 or over 40.
Yeah, I believe so. As the Zips predictions predicted him to hit 48, and I bet Judge will be in the 45 to 50 home run range.
Yeah, they're gonna be over the 40 mark around there. You know.
Right, and they stay healthy. That is the
Yeah,
big.
it depends on the season, how the season's going, how how the weather is and the games go, and yeah, it can happen.
Right, right. That is something. I don't normally make predictions myself. I'm kind of a wait and see guy because we can't really predict injuries. And I mean, the only thing you can predict about injuries is that they will happen.
Yeah, that's pretty much. But I think Giancarlo's gonna have a good year out in the outfield. He's pretty good
Right.
outfielder. It's just that he has to not work out as hard as he does, so he doesn't tear anything. Something.
They had a photograph of him bench pressing a woman. I forget the woman. I think she's an athlete herself. But he was bench pressing a woman, for goodness sake.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that. Hopefully he didn't
yeah,
hurt himself.
wow, wow. Well, he bench presses like 400 pounds, easily. You know, Giancarlo Stanton. You
Yeah,
know, so,
yep. Yeah, I mean he's pretty good at all that stuff. He's strong, man. Tall and strong.
oh yeah, and Judge, of course, as well. And I do have another interesting article that I'm thinking of going through. It's how Andy Pettit landed Garrett Cole. Would you like to hear a little bit of that?
All right, cool. Let's hear it.
Okay. Once again, this is by Manny Gomez of Fansided. And it is when New York Yankees general manager Brian Cashman sought to sign prize free agent Garrett Cole, he brought along Andy Pettit to do the talking, and it worked. When newly acquired New York Yankees ace Garrett Cole was only 5 years old, Andy Pettit emerged as the first of the core four group of players that would go on to win four out of six World Series titles in 8 years. It's no surprise that Cole took to adopting Andy as his favorite player after that. In following Cole throughout his career, he shares many attributes with Pettit. The presence on the mound is equally unnerving. Andy would stare over his glove, seemingly snarling at his opponent, while Cole's cold presence leaves hitters feeling like they're just another name to cross off his list. So when arguably the best pitcher in baseball over the last two seasons became available in free agency this offseason, it was no surprise that Brian Cashman wanted to move heaven and earth for Cole. The money was there thanks to Hal Steinbrenner, but the pride and prestige, well, thankfully, that had that too in the form of Cole's favorite pitcher. So when Cashman traveled to California to court the 29-year-old righty, he brought along Andy Pettit with him. And instead of a scripted sales pitch, Cashman simply left the room and let Andy do the talking. So what did Pettit say to Cole that made the marriage with the Yankees a reality? And according to Randy Miller of New Jersey Advanced Media for NewJersey.com, Pettit said, "If you want to win a championship now, I feel like this is the spot for you. From any other pitcher in baseball, you take that with a grain of salt. From Andy Pettit, however, owner of 5 championship rings and 8 tries, these words carry weight. Fortunately for the New York Yankees, it was precisely what they needed to get the final piece to the puzzle. And arguing and acquiring Garrett Cole, the Yankees are now officially a fully operational Death Star again for the first time in over a decade. They're hands down the team to beat. Anything but a championship would be officially be a disappointment now, and that's when New York is at its absolute best. So that is an interesting story of how Andy Pettit came in and was very instrumental in getting Garrett Cole.
And that was Garrett Cole's favorite player as a Yankee. So that's another probably reason why they brought in Andy.
Oh yes, as I said, Andy Pettit joined the Yankees and was part of the original core four when Garrett Cole was just a little kindergartner. So Garrett Cole grew up watching Andy Pettit. and he was Garrett Cole's favorite player, as Garrett Cole was a big Yankee fan, and that is amazing there. And we have some news as far as the Astros are concerned. The Astros have signed Dusty Baker as their new manager. Dusty Baker is the veteran manager and great baseball player, and he managed the Chicago Cubs, the Cincinnati Reds, the San Francisco Giants, and the Washington Nationals. And he is an older manager at 70 years old. But the Astros are trying to go in a different direction because he is a more managed by the seat of his pants type of guy, and not so much into all of the electronics.
Okay, sounds good.
You
Maybe
know,
they can do a lot here, and with
right? So they have so the Astros have hired Dusty Baker as their manager, and I don't know the whole situation about what is happening with Buck Showalter now, where he may go.
the only opening spot is left is Boston.
Right, exactly. So that is something that could be a possibility. We'll see how it goes.
Buck
And of course,
Showalter would be a good fit there in Boston too.
yes, and of course we do have to say the very sad story that is all over the media now. Everyone knows about Kobe Bryant passing away 2 days ago, being killed tragically in the helicopter with his daughter, who was only 13 years old. His poor daughter lost her life at 13 years old, and a very sad story for Kobe Bryant, who spent many years as a Los Angeles Lakers great basketball player.
Yeah, he surely was, man. He was like Derek Jeter, man. He's like the
Exactly.
Derek Jeter of basketball because he played 20 years with the Lakers. The team that he always wanted to play for as a kid was the Lakers. Just like Jeter, he wanted to be a Yankee. He played for the Yankees for 20 years. He won 4 championships. He won 4 championships. It's crazy, right? Just
It
equivalent.
certainly is. It certainly is. And of course, Kobe Bryant does have the controversy. At the beginning of his career, he believed that he had a consensual relationship with a woman, and the woman said that it was not consensual. And so he was charged, but he settled out of court, and he said that he had made a mistake thinking that it was consensual, but it was not a consensual sexual relationship according to the woman. So there was a little bit of controversy at it at the beginning of his career.
Yeah, that wasn't a real big deal though at the time. He was
Right,
still gonna play basketball, but actually it was all allegation at the beginning, you
right,
know. But
right.
but then he did settle out of court.
Yes, exactly. So we're definitely looking forward to the Yankees coming into spring training, and it's only about 3 weeks away now. They report, and less than 3 weeks now, and then the first Yankee spring training game will be on February 22nd down in Florida against the Toronto Blue Jays. So that is a very interesting thing. Us baseball fans are getting through the winter doldrums right now, and we'll be looking forward to spring training starting.
Yeah, it's true, man. That's what everybody's doing right now.
Right.
You know, trying to get over this right now and trying to watch the Super Bowl that's coming up in a few days as well.
Yes. So the Super Bowl is set. It'll be the Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers, and the game will be played down in Miami this coming Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not really a 49ers fan.
Oh, okay. Well, when you think about it, the 49ers have been to so many Super Bowls, winning their last Super Bowl in 1994, and the Kansas City Chiefs have not been to the Super Bowl since 1970.
Yeah, it's like what the Super Bowl 50 or something like that.
That was Super Bowl three in 1970.
Oh,
I mean, four, Super Bowl four. Super Bowl three was the Jets and the Colts.
oh, okay. And what number Super Bowl is this?
I believe this is 53 now.
53. So wow, it's been 50 years then, right?
Yes, yes. The first one was in 1967, January of 67. The Green Bay Packers against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can bring Kansas City a championship again. Been a while, you know?
Oh, yes, it certainly has been. I would like to see the Jets get back into the Super Bowl, you know? And I mean, the Jets have been to that one Super Bowl, and that was pretty much it, you know? So that is the situation there for the Jets. So it'd be
Yeah, it's
nice to
tough.
see them get back.
Yeah, it's tough. The Jets don't have any help, you know?
No, well, the
The
Jets finished better this year than the Giants. The Jets finished 7 wins and 9 losses, and the Giants had a terrible year. You know, going 4-12.
honestly, the Jets would be better in another city because they would make more money because they're sharing the stadium with two, with two teams, you know?
Right.
And that's half the fans right there. You know, they can be selling out the stadium in another place, and that'll help them get money to buy contracts and
Yes, but I guess
bigger
the way
players.
they feel, New York City is the hugest market. You know, New York City supports two teams of every single sport. And it's just such a huge market with the metropolitan area being 20 million people. And so they feel that, you know, remember for many years until the end of the 50s, the New York supported three baseball teams.
Yeah, it's true, but they don't even sell out the games in MetLife Stadium anymore. They're
Yeah,
losing money there. I mean, who wants to pay $75 to sit all the way in the top?
I know. Well, that's the thing where the prices are just incredible. You know, me as a low income guy, I save up all winter to get to my games, and I will treat myself to the above average ticket for 2 games. You know, where I will, you know, get us down onto the main level, and that is incredibly expensive. It takes me months and months to save for that. But then for the other games, I get a couple games in the terrace, and then the other ones are in the upper deck, and it takes me 6 months to save up to do this trip.
Man, that's some hard effort there.
Yes, you know. So I really save up during the winter in order to be able to make these trips. But I do sit above my pay grade for 2 games. I'll do it again in 2020. You know, where we'll be on the main level, and I'll get one in the terrace and one on level 2, and then the rest are in the upper deck. And you had some great seats this year too, between me and going into the suite
Yeah.
and the different and with what is the name of the guy that keeps hooking you up with tickets? Yankee
Uh,
had it.
yeah, Yankee dot edits. Great
Yeah,
person. Yeah, man, helps me here. He helped me out get into a few sections there. You
I
know,
know.
and Jim Beam Suite got up there. I never been in a luxury box yet.
Wow,
Uh,
wow, that is incredible. I know. So you've been
I mean, I've
down. You
been in the luxury suite, but not for a game though. Let me alliterate that. I've walked through the whole thing because I got to see the tour of it and everything. That they let you roam around freelessly. They have a fan appreciation day when you get to
right,
go and on the field and everything like that and walk around Yankee Stadium on your own.
right.
And the suites are open and you get to walk through all the suites you want. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. You and Giselle were catching on the field.
Yeah, we've done that. We play catch on the field, so it's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
Yes, I know. That's fantastic. And last year was incredible when you got to 75 games, and the Brooklyn Cyclones game with us in July with Giselle and me, and that was a very fun day. That was a hot day. That whole week was incredibly hot in July.
Yeah, it sure was, man. This season, I'm gonna be writing a book on my whole journey through the season, on what went on throughout the day, like a journal.
Wow, wow.
I
So,
don't know if anybody will read that, but we'll try.
hey, see how it goes. Write a journal, and I mean, you could just do it for yourself, or we'll see what happens.
I want to definitely turn it into a book. Call it my 2020 season, my MLB 2020.
Okay, that sounds great. And I have an opinion piece here from 12 Up, which is a
Okay,
sports
cool.
website. And the opinion piece says the Yankees need to trade J. Happ before Jordan Montgomery or Michael King take his rotation spot by Steven Kubica of 12 Up. Should I go through it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Let's see here. The New York Yankees essentially have an unlimited budget. However, that doesn't mean the team wants to pay guys who won't be contributing members in any given season. J. Happ is set to earn $17 million in 2020. It has a $17 million vested option for 2021 that hits if he reaches 165 innings or makes 27 starts. Yet right now, he might be fighting for the fifth spot in the rotation. And Happ entering spring training as a fifth starter puts him in a precarious situation. Guys like Jordan Montgomery and Michael King could end up being better and cheaper options in the rotation. What the Yankees need to do is find a trade partner to take on Happ and his $17 million salary. You can go to a team where his money makes more sense based on his spot in the rotation. Indeed, $17 million for a fifth starter is excessive when cheaper and younger players are just as capable of holding down the spots. Happ currently is fifth on the 2020 payroll table for the Yankees. Even with Brian Cashman's endorsement, he is coming off a 4.91 earned run average season and only had a 1.2 WAR. Cashman's kind words may only be to boost Happ's trade value. That will be a wise move as the season begins in only 2 months. Happ may no longer be in the rotation by then. So that was a little bit of an opinion piece where he feels that the Yankees should try to trade J. Happ and go with Jordan Montgomery or, Herman coming back after his suspension or Michael King.
Yeah, they don't even have to do all that. They just put AJ Happ in the bullpen as long relief. And when the Yankees are losing real bad, that's the guy you put in. He'll be your Nestor Cortez. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You know?
I think
Because you can't play him. Because if he starts the game, he's gonna give up a home run in the first inning. If he comes out the bullpen, he's gonna pitch a few batters and give up a home run anyway. You know what I mean? So just use the guy, but when you're down and out and you bring him in, that's it. He'll be your he'll be your Nestor Cortez.
right. But I believe the point is to move the salary. The $17 million.
Yeah, but the thing is, nobody wants that $17 million.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
nobody wants to pay for that. So to get rid of him, they can get rid of him, but the Yankees will still have to pay that, and he'll be playing on another team off the Yankees account.
I see. I
You know,
see.
so for all that, if the Yankees are not gonna get the money, this is how the Yankees think. I'm telling you, this is how they think. If they're not gonna get the money out of him back, they rather burn him for what he has. You know what I mean?
I
So,
see.
so they're gonna leave him on the team and work him.
Why?
You know,
I
unless they can get a trade by July.
why? I see what you're saying. I see. So I guess they should try to arrange, shop them around, and see if there are any takers. Because as just shop them around and see if there are any takers and what type of deal they would give for J. Happ.
I'm pretty
And
sure. I'm pretty sure they've been shopping him around since last trade deadline. Nobody wants him. He's horrible, man. He stinks. Man, he
yeah,
sucks, man. I mean, man, I don't. If the Yankees pitching rotation is gonna be like how they was last year, Man, the Yankees is gonna have a real hard time next year. This year coming. You know, that's
Mm,
the reality of it because he was horrible, man. You know, at
right.
least Paxton turned it around at the end of the season. You know, his last 10 games, his last 10 starts of the season, they were great. You
Yeah.
know, from August, September, got good. You know,
Right.
but Hat, man, he stunk the whole season, man.
Yes, I mean, he really got lit up by the long ball. I mean, it was a record year for home runs, no doubt about it, in 2019. It was a record year for home runs, but he really had lost a lot of his location, and they were jumping him
I
because he
mean,
is a pitcher that throws in the low 90s rather than many of these big 95 mile per hour and above pitchers that they have today.
exactly. And Las Vegas was calling him easy money.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
you bet on him, he was gonna give up. Especially betting on giving up the a home run to the first batter. He was good for that. He was
I
good for
know,
that. You
right?
know how many people he made millionaires already?
Yeah, I would imagine. I don't know the exact number, but
You
I could
know,
imagine.
or at least in the first inning. You know,
Right.
he gave up a lot, man, and blew that blows the game, man. You know how many games we could have won that
Yeah.
because of him. You know, and um Paxton. You know, pitching the way they were. You know, if they had great starts, those starts, we probably would have went undefeated. You know,
Wow.
because we would have won those games. You know,
Yeah.
but they put you know because they pitched so horribly. You know, and then the manager lets the game get out of control. So now the Yankees is down by 5-6 runs. You can't come back from that. You know, one or two you could, but not 5 or 6 all the time. You know, every time he pitched, we down a run or down 2 runs all the time, and the Yankees come back and hit home runs to tie the game and win the game. You know,
I
they,
remember on one of the blogs, we were by the tree in the Yankee Stadium Park, and you mentioned that. I said, half is pitching today, and you said he's money for giving up a home run in the first inning.
yeah, man, and sure enough, there it is, bam. You know,
Exactly.
like horrible, man. It's like wow, man. You know, I don't know how he turned into that.
Yeah. I mean, when he was traded over here, he performed very well, and he just did not have his location in 2019. And as I said, it was a home run year, and the balls were going out everywhere, and he really just got lit up by the long ball.
Yeah, and they were stealing signs too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we know that whole deal with the Astros, but
You know, that's
anyway,
another thing. So last year, I don't think they were stealing signs, were they? Boston was, right?
supposedly not.
Allegedly not. This all had well, Boston was though, right?
Yeah,
They
that's
got caught.
possible.
They got caught cheating last year, right? For last year or 2018,
I think it was both 2018 and 2019,
right?
but I'll
So
have to double check on that. I don't have the full information.
yeah, I think it's the year they won the championship. That's the 18. So 19, nobody got caught cheating, allegedly. Last year, nobody got caught cheating. So that says a lot. I don't know if they were cheating or if anybody was cheating, but he was giving a lot, man, and it doesn't look right. You know?
Right,
So
right.
you can't blame the guy now. Now that we know that they were stealing signs the way they were, you can't really blame the guy for the way he played now. You know?
Yeah,
No, because he could have been a lot better if they wasn't stealing the sign.
exactly. That's true. But anyway, we're at about the half hour mark. So I like to call it at about a half hour. And I think it's been a good radio show, and definitely looking forward to the Yankees reporting spring training, and getting excited about the pitchers and catchers reporting to Florida.
That and everybody know to search the first inning radio show. Google, find it on all platforms. Listen to Spotify. This first radio show. The Eggs Bomb at 20. Find it. So long, everybody. See ya.
Take care.